afternoon sports show in the state of Florida.
You want to crown them? They crowned her. They are who we thought they were.
Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics that are important to the people right here in Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi Kravitz. I'm Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. That man right over there, if you're watching on YouTube, is Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports talk radio and the sports media in general. Also, the prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes, looking good on the other side of the glass. We are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. It's a Yingling Football Friday, Kravitz.
That is right. New sponsor. I'm fired up. Are you kidding me? I had a watch party last night with some of our listeners, and prodigy of production was hanging out there as well. Thanks to those who came out to Hourglass Brewing in Longwood. And tonight, for me, is the first true night of the NFL season where my keister is parked on my couch.
Watching the game from Brazil.
It was great to have the camaraderie. Well, I'm not going to be watching in Brazil. I'll be watching at home. It's great to have the camaraderie, the conversation, the wings, and the beer, but football season doesn't really start until you are laid up on the couch watching it on your big screen.
Football season doesn't really start. NFL season doesn't really start till Sunday when you're parked on the couch.
Well, then,
not a Friday.
Then if you talk to me on Sunday, I'll say, no, now is when the football season really starts.
All right, we want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. Text us 50857. Use that talkback line on the iHeartRadio app. Free for all Friday. You can ask us anything you want to ask us. Any question, doesn't matter what it is. Anything goes. Sports, obviously, football, college, pro. Ask Kravitz a personal question about his gambling habits. All of anything you want to ask.
And my gambling habits are paying my mortgage now.
So. Oh God. Okay.
Not based on last night. This season's gotten off to a rocky start for somebody that's doing this mildly professionally at this point.
Yeah, we are going to get to our picks later. Uncle Paulie's going to stop by to make his pick of the week. Kravitz will have his locks. I'll have my free money, free stuff. All that coming your way. But right now, let's get to some highlights and some headlines. The NFL season officially started last night through spit and rain. The defending champion Philadelphia Eagles endured to take a 24-20 victory over the Dallas Cowboys. Jalen Hurts rushes for 2 touchdowns. No tush pushes, though. He also, the Eagles, though, lost their star defender, Jalen Carter, early in the game, actually before the first play from scrimmage, for spitting on Dak Prescott. Then they withstood a 65-minute lightning delay and needed a late stop to beat the Cowboys 24-20. Kravitz, I went to bed during the lightning delay. Did you make it through the entire game?
I did. I made it through. We wound up leaving Hourglass Brewing during the lightning delay. It felt like a natural time to break away, watch the rest of the game at home. And then threw it on the TV, watched it till the bitter end. I am amazed still that only 3 points were scored between those two teams
Right
after the rain delay took place, or even if you just took the entirety of the second half. It looked like those two teams were each going to put up at least 40 with the way things were tracking in the first half. Very chippy, very entertaining football game. Great way to kick off the season.
Yeah, the big story, though, was, again, the spitting incident with Jalen Carter. He and Dak Prescott exchanged words right after the opening kickoff. Carter spit on Prescott's jersey before backing away. Prescott quickly motioned to the nearby official, who then tossed Carter out of the game. Here's the call from the longtime Eagles play-by-play guy.
This game couldn't have started worse. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles, in particular on Jalen Carter, and even worse, Carter, one of the Eagles' most impactful players, was ejected from the game on the very first, before the very first play from scrimmage.
Kravitz, I don't care that Jalen Carter is a local kid from Apopka High School. When I saw that last night, I was rooting for the Cowboys. I was rooting for the Cowboys because, my God, that's disgusting. Spitting on Dak Prescott? Are you kidding? There's nothing worse you can do to somebody than spit on them. Well, actually, there is worse things you can do. But you get what I'm saying.
In terms of male disrespect,
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely towards the top of the list. Maybe we'll come up with a Mount Rushmore of disrespectful things you can do to each other later on in the show, but definitely rises to that. It is amazing, though, that that's what it takes to make the nation cheer for the Dallas Cowboys. That they have to actually get spat on for people to go, you know what, maybe we want this team to win. I thought Dak Prescott, outside of getting spat on, looked phenomenal last night. And if it
Cowboys win that game if not for CeeDee Lamb.
Absolutely, they
Right?
do. Dak Prescott was incredible. He did not deserve to go down like that based on the way that he played last night, but it completely shifted the momentum very early on in the game because the Cowboys moved right down the field, scored the first touchdown, and it was clearly an issue. Javonte Williams is not an elite running back. He was running the ball well last night because the middle of that defense now had backups instead of one of the best nose tackles in the game of football. So they definitely shifted things. And, I mean, the Eagles are the Eagles. They always find a way.
Absolutely. 3 state games. We're going to get into the state NFL teams later, but the 3 games, Carolina at Jacksonville, Tampa Bay at Atlanta, Miami at Indianapolis. Kravitz, maybe I'm being too much of a Jacksonville Jaguars homer right here, but of all the state teams, I think the Jaguars have to win their game on Sunday. And I realize it's week 1, and if they lose, okay, they have, but they need to win to set a tone. There's all this positivity surrounding the team, the Travis Hunter effect, the new coach, Liam Cohen. Is Trevor Lawrence finally going to get it this year? If they lose to the Carolina Panthers, it puts a damper on the season immediately. Does it not?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I really don't.
Okay.
I don't think this is. I don't know. I'm not going to declare for every team in the NFL this weekend. It is not a must-win game. Sit back, enjoy the
I
action.
didn't say it's a must-win. I said they need to win more than
How is that not the exact same thing?
Because
You're saying they need to win the most according to those 3 teams.
yes, I'm saying that because A, the Bucs are playing the Falcons, who are a good team. All right, the Dolphins are on the road underdogs to the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, you don't just walk into
I'm
Indianapolis
just
and get a
saying,
win.
the hey, we have me on every week. You know how positive they are up in Jacksonville right now
Yeah.
about this team? If they lose to the Panthers, wah, 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 wah.
Welcome to reality. Your team's not going to be that good this year.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
I think the Bucs, of all the teams, if I had to rank it, the Bucs need it the most. They're playing a division opponent that they're probably going to be in a battle with till the end of the year. They got to get this one.
College football in the state of Florida, mostly a bunch of dog games. UCF takes on North Carolina A&T. FSU takes on East Texas A&M. Miami takes on Bethune-Cookman. The one decent game appears to be USF at Florida, even though the Gators are favored by
18 and a half.
18.5 points. Kravitz, I'll make a bold prediction right now. Right now. All right. The Gators better not lose on Saturday. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but if they lose on Saturday, Billy Nate will be fired after the season. He'll be fired after the season. Think about it.
Yep.
There's all this momentum from the end of last year, all these high hopes, all this positivity, a 4-game winning streak at the end of last year. If they lose this home game to USF, then it's number 3 LSU, number 5 Miami, number 7 Texas, number 19 Texas A&M on the road. That means the Gators probably will be 1-5. Season over, Billy gone.
Wow. Somebody had a dribble
telling you.
shot of espresso today.
A home game, USF, can't lose it. Must win.
Okay, we got 2 must wins in the first 10 minutes of the show. Unbelievable. You know what I see when I see number 3 LSU, number 5 Miami, number 7 Texas?
What?
I see opportunities with a capital O.
You know, that opportunity ain't coming if you lose the USF.
I mean, you're probably right. But you can quickly make, my point is that you can quickly make up for it with the games that are in front of you. If there's a big win against Texas 2 weeks from now, but the Gators lost to USF, you would kind of forget about the USF loss.
I'm just saying, if they lose to USF, they ain't gonna have no win against Texas. That's what I'm.
Well, we shall see. You're not giving enough credit to USF.
Those are your headlines and highlights.
All right, I can tell it's going to be a salty show today. This is what happens when we stay up and watch football too late. Coming up next, I'm going to ask Mikey a very important question. What are you watching for this weekend? Dolphins, Bucks, Jags. What's the one thing that we need to see from all of these teams? We'll get to that next.
Game on with Bianchi Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
It's here. Football season has arrived in its fullest form. NFL, college football. It really doesn't get any better than this. And it doesn't get any better than this for sports bettors who have the Hard Rock Bet app on their phone. For beginners, for longtime sports bettors alike, there's something for everybody. And they allow you to unlock rewards every single week. Bonus bets, profit boosters, parlay insurance, every single week. Sign up now. $5. A $5 bet gets you $150 in bonus bets if you've never used Hard Rock Bet before. Great way to kick off the football season. And hey, what about tonight? Like the Chiefs minus some points. I mean, Travis Kelce, never been happier. Maybe he scored an anytime touchdown. Go and check it out. Head to the Hard Rock Bet app and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway to something for everyone? To pack your bags and that
brick by brick.
Beautiful Howie.
We got a message on YouTube saying that
Mission Resort is renowned for its two stunning championship golf courses. I especially love El Champion. The Champion, it was founded in 1917. It is one of the most traditions. Hold on one second. Your tee times, when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. Also, Mission Resort would like to invite everyone out all things handmade and homemade on September 27th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. rain or shine. Make hotel reservations, golf tee times, and get information on the artesian market at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
You're going to run into some slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 eastbound at Sand Lake Road. The left lane's blocked, the right lane's blocked on Colonial Drive westbound before State Road 408 on the Turnpike southbound just past County Road 470. Emergency crews are on the roadways, clearing up a crash off to the shoulder there. The roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution. Traffic troubles, call the Valvoline instant oil change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off and $50 for birthday.
I may have screwed it up. I'm listening back.
Get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. Store for details. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas. T-Mobile Arena, streaming live only on Hulu.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Get your laundry Vegas ready with Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. Just toss in a detergent sheet. No drips, no plastic
It's Bulldog Mike Bianchi coming to you from Don Mealy Chevrolet. It is truck month at Chevy, which means you can save over $11,000 on a 2025 Silverado 15. Starting over in 3,
family for nearly 200 years.
1. It's the Bulldog Mike Bianchi coming to you from Don Mealy Chevrolet. It's truck month at Chevy, which means you can save over $11,000 on a 2025 Silverado 1500 at Don Mealy Chevrolet.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd to 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of deep off-road shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd to 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA.us.com for details.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing,
when you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself,
Come see the truck
when
experts
you've been
today
hurt
at
at
Don
work
Mealy
and don't know
Chevrolet
what
in
to do,
Claremont, Chevy.
you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
I've been counting down the days for football season, and I'm ready to make my prize picks again. Last year, I crushed it on one memorable weekend. I had Joe Burrow going for more than 2.5 passing touchdowns. And this year, I've got my eye on some big names. How about Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville having a breakout season? Mike Evans doing it in Tampa Bay. And you know Tua is ready to go off in Miami. The best part, Prize Picks lets me pick more or less on their projections in seconds. Simple, fun, and the perfect way to add action to the game day. The best part, Prize Picks lets me pick more or less on their projections in seconds. Simple, fun, and the perfect way to add action to game day. Prize Picks invented the flex play too. So even if you miss a pick, I can still double my money. Plus, if one of my players gets hurt in the first half, I'm protected with their injury reboot policy. That's why I love Prize Picks. Get in the game with me. Download the app today and use the code Bulldog to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Bulldog to get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Southern Nissan Orlando tackles high prices and passes the huge savings. Right now, you can get 0% APR financing on the brand new Rogue, Pathfinder, and Murano. And check this out. You can get $4,600 off MSRP on the brand new Pathfinder. You don't want to wait. Score your new Nissan
27 seconds.
Okay, the Big Corner Colonial Drive and Chickasaw Trail. Online, you can find them at OrlandoNissan.com. Get to Sutherland Nissan today.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
We are Orlando Sports Leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Hey, this is Matt Jones. I'm Drew Franklin, and this is NFL Cover Zero. We're just here to try to give you an NFL perspective a little bit different. Did you see the Colts pretzel? That was my other big takeaway from that game. What was that? Oh, my. We think NFL coverage should be informative and entertaining. And twice a week, that is exactly what you're going to get. Open up your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Cover Zero with Matt Jones and Drew Franklin, and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com. The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On. Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Game on. Brandon Kravitz rolls right along. We appreciate you taking the ride with us today and every afternoon. AM 930 in Jacksonville. Shout out to you. FM 96.5 The Spear, our affiliates. And right here all day in Orlando, Florida on FM 96.9 The Game. Streaming everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and this new website that's really cool called YouTube.
YouTube machine.
I think it's gonna be a hit, Mike.
Yeah?
Bold prediction. I think YouTube is gonna soar. Buy YouTube stock now.
I think the internet, man, is one day.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. Shout out to Al Gore.
Unlike if you're the newspaper industry about 20 years ago, this internet's a fact.
Guys.com. Seriously? Have you felt these papers?
You're always going to have a newspaper in your hand.
How else are you going to fill out a crossword puzzle? Where were we? Oh, speaking of YouTube tonight, before I get to the coach quote, hopefully you have it, because not only are we on it right now, 96.9 The Game in the search bar, no spaces, if you want to find us live right now.
Light?
What?
A little dark on YouTube.
I'm ominous. This is my I do. I really do. So actually, okay, two quick asides then. One of them is our boss was buying us the professional lighting for the studio. So in about a week, we'll look a lot better in here than we do on YouTube right now. The second thing is hopefully you have it not just for us, but for the game tonight. Chargers Chiefs is only available on YouTube. Or YouTube TV. So you've been warned, people. Are you good with that?
No.
Are you gonna watch it?
So if I go on YouTube.com, I can watch it.
Yeah, for free.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get to our top story, our daily coach quote of the day, our daily source of inspiration and motivation. Today's lesson is this, and it comes from John Gruden, of all people, former Buccaneers head coach. But it's relevant to one of the top stories this weekend in the NFL. The quote is this: it doesn't matter how old you are, once you've been great at something, you can be great at it again. Who do you think that would apply to on Sunday, week 1 of the NFL season?
Have to be Aaron Rodgers.
It is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I believe he actually said that about Aaron Rodgers. That he believes that once you've been great at something, no matter how old you are, you can be great at it again. I think athletics
that doesn't really fit.
It doesn't. I think if you then want to take his quote and alter it, as long as you still have some level of your athletic ability that you had in your prime,
Or your mental.
like Joe Montana is not suiting up and tossing touchdowns this weekend.
Right.
But Aaron Rodgers can still play a little bit. So his point is he can still play a little bit. He's been great before. So that means he can access that again because he's accessed it before. It's hard to access greatness if you've never experienced greatness.
Same can be said. Like, Joe Biden was a great politician at one point, and then he got old and foggy-minded, and he wasn't great.
But he had access to it. Question is, like this weekend, what are we watching for? According to the odds makers, all these games for the Dolphins, the Jags, the Bucks are projected to be close. The biggest spread right now for these 3 games is the Jags and the Panthers, and the Jags are only favored by 3.5 points. They're all really tight lines. Dolphins, Jags, Bucks. For me, I feel like 2 of these are painfully obvious. One of them I had to dig for a little bit. The Dolphins has to be Tyreek Hill and how he's still involved in the offense. Not a captain anymore, total diva at the end of last year. Is he still treated like Tyreek Hill? Because according to the Dolphins reporters, it's been the Jalen Waddle show in practice. And last year it started to look like the Devon Achane offense. So is Tyreek Hill still Tyreek Hill? Is he still treated as the wide receiver 1 with Miami?
That's pretty obvious. Although I would put Tua coming back into the lineup. He missed a lot of time last year, and now he's back, and everybody's expecting him just to return to the Tua of 2 years ago when he led the league in passing. I want to see, when you get injured as many times as he has, mentally, physically, it gets into your head. No pun intended with Tua, but right?
I don't know if you can remove the pun with that one.
Right. So I want to see if Tua is sharp, I think. And part of that is Tyreek Hill, the connection with Tyreek Hill. Does he have that? So,
Hard to argue. Anytime you nominate, if you have a conversation like this and your nomination is the quarterback, hard to argue with it.
To me, the Jags.
I mean, come on. Do you want to just 1, 2, 3 say it at the same time?
Yeah, the Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
The Travis Hunter effect, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's
he could be arguably the most fascinating watch for any team anywhere.
I think he's the most intriguing storyline in the league right now. If this guy goes both ways and plays both ways at a semi full-time level for the first time since Bronco Nagurski or something back in 1960, that would be incredible.
I think it doesn't have to just be him playing offense and defense to be fascinating. That will be fascinating for the uniqueness, the unicorn nature of it. But one thing that we haven't seen from Travis Hunter since we started paying attention to him is him spending all of his time on one side of the field. What if he's a completely dedicated wide receiver? How amazing could this guy be? So either you get that, which is a fully focused one side of the ball Travis Hunter at his best, or you get him playing on both sides. Not saying that's all going to come together in week 1, but I am going to be locked in to see what that looks like in the first week of the season. And then for the Bucs, I mean, purely from a football perspective, I need to see the Bucs get after Michael Penix. I know this is not nearly as interesting as some of the other things that we've just talked about, but they're without 2 of their top right tackles. That's the blind side for Michael Penix. If he can't get after this guy, it's going to be a long year for the Bucs defense.
To me,
it's a very boring answer.
I know. I think my answer is better than yours. Liam Cohen obviously is credited with the resurgence of Baker Mayfield and the great season Baker Mayfield had last year. He's gone. He's gone to the Jaguars. I want to see what this new offensive coordinator, what's his name, Josh Resard.
Yeah,
I want to see what he does.
I think Liam Cohen has gotten way too much credit.
Okay, all right, we'll see. We'll see. That's why I want to see.
Okay, yours is way better than mine. I'm just going to hand you the dub for that. That's way more interesting. Because Baker Mayfield was really good 2 years ago too.
He was good. He was good, but last year he was borderline great.
But was he borderline great because he turned back into a good quarterback and then built off of it, not because of Liam Cohen's trickery.
The magic man.
Yeah, and Jags Panthers, the battle of 2 former offensive coordinators for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dave Canales was the guy that preceded him in Tampa. He's the head coach of the Panthers.
What about the 2 Etienne brothers going head to head in that game?
Huge, man. Up next, Taven Jackson. Is he the starter moving forward, or is he a placeholder with UCF? We'll check in with UCF reporter and podcaster Sean Green next.
You have Mills present.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You know what season it is. Football season, falls around the corner. Maybe there's a slight breeze at night, but it's still hot as hell outside. You got to have a good functioning AC system this time of year. We're about to spend a lot of time inside on Saturdays and Sundays. So whether it's routine maintenance, fast repairs, or downright emergency, you know who to call. It's Mills Air. They're going to keep your home comfortable, energy efficient all season long. And they've been doing that for Orlando homeowners and business owners since 1992. That's why Mills Air is my MVP. 407-277-1159, and you can find them online at millsair.com.
When we guys hear the word hormones, we think that's a her problem. Mood swings, menopause, hot flashes, that's her lane, right? Wrong. The truth is, guys, your hormones crash too. You just don't talk about it. You feel tired all the time. You've got brain fog. You're not interested in sex, or maybe your body isn't cooperating. Sound familiar? That's why I'm talking to you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. They treat men and women. They treat couples who want to feel like themselves again. Dr. John Terrazella left his successful practice as a Yale-trained orthopedic surgeon to dedicate his career to what really matters, keeping people at their peak performance for life. Why? Because too many people, both men and women, are suffering and not getting any answers from traditional medicine. Fellas, it's time to step up. Help her get her spark back and get yours back too. Go to hormonesandwellness.com. That's where all the information is. Hormonesandwellness.com, because this isn't about getting old. It's about getting right.
Hey, Florida State University fans and alumni. Are you ready for Seminole sports this fall? We have the perfect gear for you. The FSU Specialty License Plate. Stop by your local tax collector's office and get yours today. Proceeds fund student scholarships across the university. FSU provides a $25 rebate for first-time buyers. Find out more at mytag.fsu.edu. Support your Seminoles with the FSU Specialty License Plate. Go Noles!
Out here, you get your hands dirty. You get to work and finish the long summer day when you made it count. Whether it's cutting the grass, picking the garden, frying up the grill, or washing your dog, you get things done. It's the small stuff that adds up to this life you love. At Tractor Supply, we know that feeling, and we've got the supplies and friendly advice you need to get the most out of every day, all summer long. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
We finally switched to T-Mobile because with them, we could be connected here and there.
Let's watch a movie.
And we have Netflix included to enjoy our favorite shows and movies.
Buenísima, pero ya la vi.
Now the hard part is getting them to agree on a movie.
Switch today and get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI, all on the best network in the U.S. Visit a store, T-Mobile.com, call 1-800-T-Mobile, 1-800-T-Mobile. Federal network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla. Test intelligence data 1H 2025.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're getting unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
I had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
We love stats, facts, and figures on this show. And what about this one? Your AC system consumes up to 80% of your electric bill, and a new AC system can save you up to 75% on the AC portion of your bill. That could save you a substantial amount of money in the long run, and Mills Air is here to help. Mills Air will get you feeling right. They'll have you living comfortably, and they'll do it all without breaking the bank. The best AC company in the market, bar none. I've used them for years, and you'll love it too. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
Tune in to Operation Stormwatch on iHeartRadio, brought to you by Eustace Roofing. Small leaks can become big problems with heavy and continuous rain. Take a preventative step and schedule a no-charge roof inspection. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Welcome to Embers Only on iHeartRadio Orlando, brought to you by Furnace Cigar Company. Step inside the luxury cigar lifestyle with our cigar of the week. And not only is this a great cigar, it is an unbelievable deal from a reputable maker. It's the Rocky Patel Quarter Century Robusto. And this is a celebration of their 25th anniversary. What you have here is a masterpiece, medium-bodied blend wrapped up in a Maduro Mexican San Andres wrapper, Honduran binders, Nicaraguan fillers, and aged an extra 2 years after rolling. What that gives you is a beautiful smoke from the very first draw all the way to last. And this deal is incredible. Online only. This box is usually $277, now only $99.95. While supplies last, so grab it today. It's the Rocky Patel Quarter Century Robusto, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only, luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation. Wait at your nearest Corona Cigar. Downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake, Sarasota, Tampa, and always online at coronacigar.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cat's dripping into your nachos.
Oh, now paint is in my eyes. No.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're so glowing.
Flirting. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 from Team Meteorologist Snow Bergen here. We are tracking a few thunder showers each afternoon this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, nothing too extreme. In the tropics, Invest 91L. Interestingly, the development odds have decreased today to 70% over the next week. Well, of course, keep an eye on it. But for right now, like we said yesterday, we're not too worried about it here in Florida. If it does develop over the next few days, we'll get the name Gabrielle. Have yourself a great weekend.
The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
Becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. Well, you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The UCF Knights have a big one. Oh, they have one this weekend. Take on UNC A&T ahead of UNC. I guess it's like the appetizer for North Carolina. Sean Green, host of the UCF Charge On podcast, joins us live now to chat about it. John, will you be cheering for anything harder than the lack of a weather delay tomorrow night?
No, that's number one on the list. I really just need to make it home at a decent hour. So if we could just hold off on the Lightning for a day, that'd be really nice. But it is a big game, Brandon. This is a huge game on the schedule.
All right, sell me on it.
He's kidding.
Yeah, no, you sounded serious. You know?
Hey, I mean, let's be real. I don't know how many wins this team's going to get, so it's big in that sense. I mean, this is a chance to go 2-0 and get 2 wins. So that's what's big about it.
This turned fast. I thought you were going to hit me with something positive, and it went in the other direction. Is Taven Jackson the starter to stay, or do you think Fancher gets another chance with UNC on deck, the real UNC?
You know, I know fans don't want to hear me say it, but I do think there's going to be a quarterback competition. I thought it was going to be this week. Cam Fancher's out, but I don't think Scott Frost wants to just give the job to Taven and take the job away from Cam after an injury. That's what most coaches do. They don't want to give the job to somebody else because of an injury. But if Taven goes out and plays really well, it's going to be hard to just say, okay, we're going to give it to Cam. But I do think next week is going to be whoever's better in practice kind of gets the nod. So it's up to Taven to really show why he should be quarterback one this week. And he's got a good chance against an opponent that he should put a lot of good film on.
How important is it, do you think? I mean, let's face it. In game one, UCF did not look that good. They almost lost the game against Jacksonville State. There was the rain delay that we mentioned. Many of the fans left during that rain delay, and they were lucky to win. How important is it for them to look really good and look really sharp against an outmanned opponent?
Yeah, it's massive, and they should. Like we were talking about it on our show this week, how you kind of have the perfect opportunity to get extra confidence. Last week, the last 7 minutes, you got some confidence where you're looking at it like, okay, we should be better. We didn't have a good game, but we still won, and we had a really good final 7 minutes. This is a team you are better than in every way possible. They're in the same conference as a couple teams that UCF faced in the last couple of years, New Hampshire and Villanova. And if you go back and look at those scores, that's kind of the litmus test where you can look at those scores and say, how does UCF compare to those teams now? And I think if UCF can go out and just prove their dominance and show, hey, we're capable, then you can kind of build some confidence before you play some big boys. But no, it's massive after last week, and I think they've been kind of leading up this week to really prove that.
Also, how concerning or how concerned should UCF fans be that last week, I mean, there were a lot of mistakes, a lot of inopportune penalties. obviously Scott Frost wants to clean those up, but that's got to be concerning when you're making those mistakes. I guess game one, you can give them a pass, though, right?
You can. And I think, again, the pass that everybody wants to give is 63 new players, brand new coaching staff,
Right.
first game of the season. Like, it's easy to make that excuse. It's just hard when you've watched UCF the past couple of years make those same mistakes. Now, granted, again, it's a whole new team. You can't blame this team for past mistakes, but the eye test usually kind of tells you everything you need to know. And it is week one, so you give that pass. But again, this weekend is another eye test ability to be like, is this team bad with the mistakes that they're making, or have they cleaned it up in 1 week? I think it's a gradual, build for this team, especially going into the bye week.
One last question for me. I mean, you have your finger on the pulse of Night Nation. You have a lot of contact with UCF fans. Do you think that UCF fans are happy that Gus Malzahn called such a great game against Alabama, or do you think that pisses them off?
If any fan says they're happy, they're lying. I'm going to be like, as a podcaster, a person that covers and also a fan, I was mad watching the game. I was annoyed, but I keep trying to tell people there's the wheel of Gus Malzahn, and this is the wins a game he shouldn't. I just find it interesting that nobody's talking about Mike Norvell. Everybody's talking about Gus Malzahn. So just wait until the middle of the season. If things are going well at Florida State, there's some egos that are sure to get their feelings hurt. So I think it's going to be some good reality TV over there in Tallahassee.
I definitely saw that wheel shared by more than one UCF fan over the weekend. So they're preparing. They're trying to prepare the Seminole Nation for what is to come. We're talking to Sean Green, host of the UCF Charge On podcast. The Big 12 got off to a rocking start, winning by an average of something like 38 points per game on Saturday. A lot of these teams played the Arkansas Pine Bluffs of the world, but still, are UCF fans ready for how good and deep this conference actually is this year?
Question. I mean, that's the thing. I think I'll give UCF fans credit, even though it was a bad game last week. I think they're engaged. But then I don't think they're ready or engaged for when the actual season hits. If UCF gets blown out with their first test or their first Big 12 matchup, I think people are going to really have to look at themselves in the mirror and say, oh, so this is what kind of people were telling me to expect. I'll say this, the Big 12's top heavy part is way better than it has been in the last couple of years. If you just look at the top 4 to 5 teams in the Big 12, you can make the argument they're better than the last couple of years. But there are some question marks about the, middle portion of the Big 12. I think it's okay, it's decent, but there are a lot of questions needing to be answered. But no, UCF fans do need to be prepared. But again, if this team can improve week to week gradually, I think they can win some games that maybe people don't expect. But we're a long ways away from that.
Sean, when does the next episode of the Charge On podcast go live?
So it's already live. We dropped it. We drop our preview episodes on Thursday, so you have a couple days to kind of learn everything about the team UCF is playing. I'll be honest, not much info on North Carolina A&T in there.
Yeah, that's why there's not a spread on the game yet.
Yeah, there's not. You have to really dig deep. I wanted to make some bets on Hard Rock Bet, and you can't. So hopefully in the next couple, there definitely will be one for North Carolina, so you can expect that. But no, there's an episode up, and then we're going live tomorrow at around 4:30 for our pregame show.
Sean Green, the host of the UCF Charge On podcast. You can find them on YouTube. Do a phenomenal job with all of the UCF coverage. Thanks so much, Sean. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right, we're wishing for good weather for Sean Green. We've been asked on the text line to quickly address something. Well, we'll do it in the next segment. Coming up next, your texts, your talkbacks, and your shot to go to the UCF game that we were just talking about. All after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Fellas, are you waking up exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep, packing on pounds despite working out? Aren't the stud in the bedroom you used to be? That's not just bad luck. That's your hormones. And here's the kicker. Most doctors won't even check for it, or they'll say, oh, that's just part of aging. That's why I decided to go to Dr. Don Carazella at Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. Dr. John left his career as an Ivy-trained orthopedic surgeon to focus on what really matters, keeping people at their peak performance for life. At Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, they take a deeper look at what's going on within you, not just some generic lab numbers. They customize a treatment plan designed to bring back your energy, focus, and vitality. It's not just about getting a testosterone shot in the butt. It's about getting your whole system working the way it should. Stop accepting average when you can feel optimal. Go to hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com.
You know, they say not all heroes wear capes. Well, that is certainly the case for my go-to real estate agent, Kevin Krager. When you're buying a home, who you work with matters a lot. That's why you need Kevin Krager with LPT Realty on your side. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest home buyer programs, and cutting-edge real estate technology. But what is it that truly sets Kevin apart? Kevin's strong background in construction is second to none in the industry. He knows what to look for. You go on a walk with him through a prospective house of yours, you're going to get the most fundamental information about the foundation to the roof line. He is focused on protecting your investment every single step of the way. And then even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin is loyal to his clients. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or upgrades, all at cost for those that buy through him. If you want a trusted guide who knows homes inside and out, Kevin Krager with LPT Realty is there for you today. Your future home will thank you.
Keep an eye out for emergency crews up to the shoulder, clearing up that crash on Florida's Turnpike southbound, approaching Clay Whaley Road. You're going to run into some slowdowns on I-4 eastbound, approaching Sand Lake Road. There's a crash block in the left lane there. The on-ramp's partially blocked from Ocoee-Apopka Road to State Road 429 southbound due to an accident there. The roadways are getting busy. See traffic trouble, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, serving coastal and central Florida.
When storm damage hits, call the pros. Paul Davis Restoration, on call 24/7, giving you peace of mind and restoring your home or business. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
40 years of making homes in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Orangetown to Streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily trivia. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-filled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store at ikea.us.com for restrictions apply.
If you want your windows there and please, pick up the phone and just text free.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver quality factory direct impact windows available with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible for $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
When you get in a crash and your mind's racing,
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
when you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
This is Ben Green with Lenovo Legion, and I'm inviting you to come check out Legion Gaming Cube at the iHeart House of Music on September 19th and 20th, iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas. It's your chance to test your gaming skills on the best PCs anywhere. Go head-to-head with players at the event, all live streamed from the first ever Lenovo Legion Cube. The Cube is part gaming zone, part creative playground, and it's all powered by Lenovo Legion. So come find us at the House of Music, and if you're not already a member of the Legion gaming community, sign up now for free at gaming.lenovo.com.
What if, instead of choosing a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the pro? Bank liability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon, First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
Football season has arrived, and BetOnline continues to be your #1 source for all your football betting action. BetOnline has all the latest odds, news, and scores from every pro to college game to baseball, cage fighting,
and hockey futures. BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. Head to the website and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program, level up bonuses, and weekly cash boost. BetOnline, the game starts here.
The competition has been thrown for a loss. Every day, Southern Nissan Orlando tackles high prices and passes the huge savings. Right now, you can get 0% APR financing on the Rogue, Pathfinder, and Murano. And check this out. You can get $4,600 off MSRP on the brand new Pathfinder. You don't want to wait. Score your new Nissan today at Southern Nissan, located in the Big Corner, Colonial Drive, and Chickasaw Trail. Online, you can find them at OrlandoNissan.com. Get to Sutherland Nissan today.
Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's today and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find the location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game, sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-3.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
America's #1 app for radio is iHeart. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, plus the station you're listening to right now, anytime, anywhere. Join the millions who already have it. Open the free iHeart Radio app today. The #1 app for radio.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game. Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The long snapper for the UCF Knights, Dalton Riggs. I need you to settle something for me. I heard a rumor that during the weather delay that you guys had, which lasted way too long last Saturday, that one of your offensive linemen ate about 5 Jersey Mike subs. Is that true?
I'll tell you what, man. I did have about 2 myself. I was hungry, man. I had not eaten like 4 or 5, and I was like, hey, you know, we might be here for a while. I think I could see that going down. I could see a live in about 4 or 5 there.
It was Paul Rubel.
It was Paul?
Yeah. Yeah, he actually said
you should send that for the Jersey Mike.
4 to 5 Jersey Mike subs during the 2-hour delay.
I mean, he had a good second half, so you know, I mean, maybe he needs more.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. The UCF Knights are heard here. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeart Radio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
It is a free-for-all Friday. You can ask us anything you want, 50857. In fact, that's how we're going to give away our first prize of the day. Prizes at the end of the 3 and 4 o'clock hour moving forward on Game On so that we don't forget to give them away. The first prize today, UCF versus North Carolina A&T. And if you text us within the next 5 minutes, a random question. Can be about anything. Make it non-sports related. Let's get a little crazy here.
It's a free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all. Ask us a question. Doesn't matter what it is, but if you ask a question on the text line at 50857 in the next 5 minutes, you are eligible for UCF tickets. We'll send you to the game tomorrow night. I'm really excited for the NFL weekend ahead. I think in some ways it helps that we cool off in college football for a minute. There's a couple of games I'm really interested in. Nothing too crazy. Oklahoma, Michigan's fun. USF, Florida.
Iowa State.
Sure, that's fine. So there's enough to keep us entertained, but the weekend really belongs to the NFL. I didn't realize this till right now. We have a revenge game in store on the West Coast. Seahawks 49ers revenge game for Sam Darnold, who played briefly for the San Francisco 49ers. But we have a question on the text line about the 49ers, 50857. They said, can you quickly address the possibility of Christian McCaffrey possibly exaggerating his injuries, but still collecting his salary? Seems unlikely, and we will never know, but definitely deserves a mention, in my opinion. That's a pretty bold claim. Did you just mention that he's making it up? No, I think he's an injury-prone player who's phenomenal when he's on the field, but he's got health issues.
I do think, though.
Are you giving
No, not necessarily in this case, but I think when disgruntled NBA players are trying to get traded, they'll maybe fake or accentuate injuries. I think same with NFL players who hold out and want a new contract. They'll fake an injury, say they don't feel right. I think that definitely happens. So, and again, what's to stop a guy from saying, you know what, I think I'm just going to take the year off. And I don't think it is happening in this case, but it could.
Come on, Christian McCaffrey's a football guy.
I agree. I said I didn't think it was happening.
And he already got paid. So this one's not even a contract thing. He's on a good team. There's no reason for him to do that.
No, I agree.
I think that is utterly ridiculous. But the fact that it is a calf injury that's held him out of practice, that's concerning.
Yes,
it was
last year.
It was a calf injury last year, and when you start getting those calves that tighten up, the next thing that happens, I hate to say it, but it's true, is the Achilles pops. And he's a running back who has a ton of wear and tear on his body. If you drafted Christian McCaffrey in fantasy, you have to be absolutely sick to your stomach.
No question.
Make sure you go get Brian Robinson.
What about this question? Why is Brandon Spike talking about how much he was paid under the table at the University of Florida? Isn't there some unwritten code that the football players prior to NIL stay mum regarding illegal compensation? I don't think there's an unwritten rule anymore. There used to be an unwritten rule that you wouldn't talk about how much you got. But now I think everything is wide open with social media and player empowerment and everybody doing a podcast. Yeah, of course. There's no secret.
Yeah, and one of the first times I heard it talked about openly where there wasn't backlash for it. It was just, oh, that's an interesting story. It was, I think it was Fred Taylor. It was one of the former Gator running backs.
Tank Black, the former agent, paid Fred Taylor, Michael Peterson, a bunch of Gator greats, paid them a bunch of money. Then he defrauded them once they got to the pros.
Solid.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of random texts on the text line. Somebody said, Binky, does Kravitz have a high school nickname? Well, we didn't know each other in high school, so Mike probably wouldn't know this.
Well, Binky was my high school.
That was your high school nickname? Yeah. Mine was B Unit.
B Unit?
Yeah, like the popular hip hop group that 50 Cent was in was called G Unit. My friends used to call me B Unit.
Interesting.
That's a good one. Now the bad ones, I don't know. Those were said behind my back.
They used to call me the people who would make fun of my last name in high school. One of them I remember and got in a fight about it.
Really? You got
Mike
worked up about it?
B. Raunchy. That's what they called me.
Not inaccurate.
Billy. Billy was his name. Billy got a good whooping.
Oh, yeah, Billy? Come over here.
Billy Single.
Here's a good question. When's the last time you had a banana split? It's such a good dessert, but
Never.
Jaden has
never had a banana split.
Really? I've had a
banana, scoops of ice cream, some chocolate syrup.
I used to love when I was a kid hot fudge sundaes. You ever have a hot fudge sundae?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The last time I had one of those was like a week ago. Yeah, no, that's still a regular occurrence. But the banana split, it's so involved. Who's got time for that?
Good. It's good.
I would rather just blend all that up, make it a milkshake.
Plus, the front. What's the thing in the Blizzard? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting down on that this week. I got the house to myself on Sunday.
Order a Blizzard.
A Blizzard pizza. I'm gonna go crazy. All right, keep texting us in 50857. We'll give somebody who asked us one of these many random questions we have on the text line UCF tickets. More Game On coming up. We're gonna let the talented folks at Fox Sports Radio get you all caught up with the latest and greatest in the sports world. NFL trivia coming up 60 seconds away. We'll be right back.
As it went into Fox, the beat dropped. That couldn't have been more perfect.
That felt right.
This is where a Trajan is, Bianchi.
Trajan. Cool. Thanks.
Live, local, in your
That
face,
spot was
and
good.
bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Hey, Kravitz, before you get to the trivia,
What's up?
you said you had the house to yourself this weekend.
Oh, just Sunday.
What I used to do when I was, single and a bachelor and didn't have anybody in my life, on Sundays or Saturdays for college football, I would order extra large pizza and just have it there and just eat on it all day.
Yeah.
Just eat on it all day, watching football. It's tremendous.
I want to be very clear. That sounds amazing, by the way. I mean, I'm writing notes as we speak. Actually, if I could get my pen back, I would be writing notes as we speak. I love spending time with my family.
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to the weekends so that I can have that undivided attention with my son, who's at that precious age of 5, about to turn 6. My wife, we have a great relationship. It's just different watching the Red Zone channel by yourself with no distractions. So my kid's not into watching football yet, so he wants my attention. So I can still watch football, but I've got to be strategic about it. There are plans in the morning for some. It's something that I was invited to that I probably shouldn't even be. I think it's like some sort of like bridal party that's going on that's at 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, I have the fantasy fix, the very first fantasy fix of the season, by the way, this Sunday, if you need fantasy advice, 10 to 11 a.m. And it's sponsored by Hard Rock Bet. And I get a nice little, chunk of change for doing that show every week. I'm thinking about giving them money back because I would do this for free. This gives me the house to myself. Because otherwise, a devoted husband and father, I would if I'm expected to go, I would go.
Right.
But no, work is a calling. So Hard Rock, call me. I'll send you a check. Welcome back to the show. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the premier sports talk radio show in the state of Florida. We are heading into another week of the college football season, but perhaps even more importantly for this weekend, the very first week of the NFL season. Last week we did this for college football. This week we'll do it for the NFL. We're going to see if we can stump the Baldy over here. It's time to put Bianchi to the test. NFL trivia.
Stump the Bulldog. I'm pretty good at college football trivia. I thought I represented myself pretty well last week.
Very well.
I'm not nearly as good or as knowledgeable on NFL. I mean, I should be asking you the NFL trivia question.
Well, but I was really excited about the questions that I came up with. So I think you're going to do well. But yeah, Jaden, you were on vacation when we did trivia last week. Bianchi crushed it with college football. So we'll see how his NFL stacked up. What is the average age of the head coaches in the AFC West? You are correct if you pick within 2 years in either direction. We had a question that was similar to this in college football. Average age of the coaches in the AFC West. For reminders, Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Pete Carroll. 4 iconic coaches. Okay. What is the average age? If you pick within 2 years either direction, you get the
I'll
win.
go I'll go 65.
You got it. 65 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Off to a hot start. All right, another coaching question for you. 5 of the winningest coaches in the history of the NFL are active still. 5 of the top 15 winningest coaches in the history of the NFL are still coaching in the league. They're all in the AFC. Can you name them?
You talking about active,
like they are head coaches.
Head coach? You're talking about winningest NFL, like Jim Harbaugh's college.
No, this is just NFL wins. 5 of the winningest coaches in the history of the NFL are active. They're all in the AFC. Can you name them?
Well, Andy Reid.
Yep.
Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
John Harbaugh.
You got it. Yep. Jim's bro. Jim is not on the list. So you're missing 2.
Wait. Pete Carroll?
Yep. You got
John
one?
Payton?
You got him. All right. Mike is crushing it. Now, tougher question. Who is the active leader in the other conference? The most wins for a head coach in the NFC that is currently active. This is like a double bonus because I'm not giving you a lot of hints.
Hold
here.
on one second. I'm looking at the list of teams here.
Let me give you one hint. He ranks 66th. That's how far behind the top NFC coaches are in terms of historically in the NFL. The winningest coach in the NFC ranked 66th all time. You have 5 coaches in the AFC that rank inside of the top 15.
Not like Dan Quinn.
It's not Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's also, he's a head coach. He's a head coach of the Commanders. No, not Dan Quinn. I think you're overthinking it, though. Who's really good at what he does?
McVay?
Sean McVay. All right, we're not going to give you the points for it because I led you in that direction, but we move on. You're doing great. When was the last time that all 3 teams inside of the state of Florida won in week 1? All 3 of them picked up a win. Here, was it before or after the year of 2017? They all got a win.
In week 1?
Yeah. 3-0 for the Sunshine State.
I'm going to go 2019.
So you're saying after you say 2019, you're not right on 2019. You are correct on after. So we're going to give you the point. That's all you got it. They've actually done it twice in the last 7 years, 2018 and 2023. All 3 in-state teams won. Could not have happened last year because the Dolphins played the Jaguars.
When was the last time all 3 state teams won a playoff? It would have happened more than 25 years ago because the Dolphins haven't won one
in the same season.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's ever happened.
Has that never happened?
I don't think that's ever happened. How many times has Micah Parsons, now with the Green Bay Packers, led the NFL in sacks since he was drafted in 2021?
Twice.
0 times.
Oh, really?
In fact, his highest finish was 5. He's never finished any further than 5th. He's never finished in the top 4, top 3.
Really?
You would think Micah Parsons, he's the best edge rusher in the NFL. He's never led the league in sacks, and he's never finished higher than 5. He's usually around 7 since he's been drafted. He's always right there. He's very consistent, but he's never led the league.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
Maybe I'll save that for better. Never mind.
Trey Hendrickson, TJ Watt's done it twice. Nick Bosa, those are your sack leaders since Micah Parsons was drafted. True or false? The last 7 teams to lose the Super Bowl by 14 points or more, which the Chiefs did this past year, went on to lose their season opening game the following year. So I will repeat it for the audience.
That sounds like one of your betting stats, so I'm going to go true.
I'm going to read it one more time because I think it's hard to follow, and then I'll tell you if you're right or not. The last 7 teams to lose the Super Bowl by 14 or more points went on to lose their season opening game the following year. Mike says true. It is false.
Oh,
what? All 7 of them failed to cover the spread in week 1. Some of them did win.
By the way, I hope that's one of your stone cold locks, because Chargers. And
well, we shall see. One of those teams that went on to win and cover the 1997 New England Patriots with Drew Bledsoe as their starting quarterback. All right, last one, Jags fan.
They played the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game that year.
96?
Yeah.
The Jags would have been a much more entertaining Super Bowl team than the Patriots.
Yeah.
Jags-Packers would have been awesome. Trevor Lawrence ranks 4th already in franchise history in passing yards with 13,815. Can you name the 3 quarterbacks above him?
Mark Bruno.
He is number 1.
Byron Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich is 5th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, too. Yeah.
Can't believe I can't recall the guys.
He slips right out of your head. I know exactly who you're thinking of. I'm staring at his name.
Was a good runner, too.
And he's the one that followed Byron Leftwich.
Yeah.
Initials DG.
DG.
Okay, taking too long. David Garrard is inside the top 3, but number 2.
Number 2 is.
I'm going to leave the studio if you don't get this.
It's not Blaine Gabbert.
It's Tim Tebow. No, I'm kidding. It's not Blaine Gabbert. It's Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles is number 2. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was a fantasy stud for a minute. All right, there you go. NFL trivia. I think Bianchi did pretty good.
Well, I'm good on my Jags.
He kind of fell apart there at the
I can't
end.
believe I didn't get David Garrard. They still love him.
So we know the NFL is super popular. Ratings bonanzas. College football set records for themselves last week, but there's one sport that's starting to slip from the psyche of the sports fan in this country. We'll talk about that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Football season's here. The best coaches are sticking to the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Sound familiar? It should, because Trajan Wealth lives by that as well. Jeff Jr., the founder, is a proud Marine veteran, and at Trajan Wealth, that commitment to discipline, preparation, and excellence shows up in how they treat your money. They know that just like in football, you need a playbook and adjust to the situation, whether it's market volatility, tariffs, or rising geopolitical tensions. I just moved an old 401k over to Trajan and got a full portfolio review. The process was smooth, thorough, and incredibly personalized. Now I've got a tailored wealth strategy based on my goals, risk tolerance, and the long game I want to play. Think of this as your financial training camp. Let Trajan Wealth help you prepare for whatever the season brings. Call Trajan Wealth 407-213-0000 or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule that free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
The Fantasy Fix returns on Sunday, September 7th for week 1 of the NFL season. Draft day may be over, but the real game is just beginning for my fantasy fiends out there. Every week, starting at 10 a.m., we're breaking down the matchups, the sleepers, the busts, the props, and the plays that can help you win your league. It's fantasy football news up to the minute right here on FM 96.9 The Game. Don't set your lineup without us, and it all starts this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the Fantasy Fix.
Eastbound and westbound lanes are being affected. There's a crash on I-4 at Sand Lake Road. Move over if you see emergency crews on the roadways. An accident's getting cleared up on the ramp from Akoya-Popka Road to State Road 429 southbound. You're going to run into some slowdowns. Traffic's at a crawl on Florida's Turnpike northbound before that Osceola Parkway exit there. See traffic troubles for the Valvoline instant oil change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Bobby Bones here. I know everyone's looking to save this summer. Well, at Staples, your back-to-school budget is saved by the button, the easy button. I'm talking supplies as low as 25 cents. I might have to check those out after this. Pencil that in. Staples. That was easy.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW right now to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Let's talk about Pizza Bruno. This place is top notch. I mean, not. Sorry, I can't get the garlic knots out of my head. You want meatballs, you want salads, you want fresh ingredients in every single mouth-watering bite. Pizza Bruno is your spot. Try my personal favorite, the spicy Stetson, crunchy pepperoni, big dollop of ricotta cheese, and hot honey. It is so good. 3 locations in Central Florida, Edgewater, Maitland, and on Curry Ford Road. Visit pizzabrunoFL.com and work up an appetite.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Out here, that's their family. And where you go, they go. So bring them to Tractor Supply, where our price match guarantee means you'll save on toys, treats, pet meds, and more all summer long. Tractor Supply, that's out here.
Would you want to sponsor a segment by Lean House? So
Family for nearly 200 years.
or do you want me to find
Amber
this
Lager
spot?
with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands, watching from your favorite bar, Yingling
I
is
don't
the
know.
taste.
Are we? I thought.
Legends stand the test of time.
What?
Love to travel? Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Object is subject to change. CapitalOne.com for details.
Just because an injury doesn't show up on an x-ray doesn't mean it isn't real. We know doctors that specialize in whiplash, strains, and tears. They can always prove your pain is real and fight for your future medical needs. We're in here.
I'm good doing the wheelhouse action break.
Because with them, we can be connected here and there.
Coming back for football, other football players.
To harmonize. Switch today. Get 4 Samsung Galaxy S25 phones with Galaxy AI. Plus, get 4 lines for just $25 per line. Visit us store at T-Mobile.com or call 1-800-T-Mobile. 1-800-T-Mobile. Customers will not pay plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. Minimum 4 lines on plan. Contact us with canceling lines. Plus $5 per line.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Sports leader broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Football is
And the season lives on radio.
Whether it's fantasy advice,
Or venting with your favorite host over that blown call.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily. Local stations that bring you the games live. This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL.
to dive in.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I was going to take it, but it was too late by the time I noticed. I'll take it next time around.
And me being the astute fantasy football chess master that I am, picked up Spencer Rattler off the waiver wire as a potential backup quarterback. Bet it or forget it, because the Saints will be chasing points all year. And because of Rattler's incredible athleticism and running ability, this was a genius move. He's going to run. He's going to pass. He's going to be behind.
Oh, all of a sudden, this guy's Paul Revere. What if I land? Do it by G. No, Spencer Rattler stinks. I'd rather pick up a rattlesnake with my bare hands than pick him up off the waiver wire.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
Here's that song again for the 100th time today. Here's that song again. It's gonna be stuck in your head all day. Here's that song again. It will make you cry.
You love your kids enough to watch that TV show a bajillion times. Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat for their age and size. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app. Live, local, in your face, and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome back to Ewing Football Friday, the free-for-all Friday as well.
You can ask us anything you want on the Mills Air text line at 50857. Somebody asked an interesting question. How often does Jaden say something slang that Bianchi has no idea what he's talking about?
You said something earlier that I didn't know what you were talking about. When you were talking about your high school nickname, and you brought up some hip-hop group that I've never heard.
G-Unit.
G-Unit, yeah.
I keep it tame with Bianchi. I know he's not going to understand what I say, so I talk normal.
Well, you think it's normal.
Fair.
Because you're 20.
Although I did see Jaden, when he was off on his little mini vacation last week, he got a new tat. That's sort of working on his sleeve.
Yeah. Tattoos are respectable.
The Bulldog making a sleeve.
Oh, that would be sick. The Bulldog should get a sleeve.
Oh, yeah?
No.
You should tattoo the top of your head.
Mike Tyson, like
I don't hate that idea. I don't know if you've noticed something, Mike, but the conversation around the WNBA has dwindled. And it's not going to get any better with this news. Caitlin Clark announcing that she will miss the remainder of the season due to an injury that has brought on a worst-case scenario, not just for her, but for the Fever and for the WNBA. She has missed all but 13 games with a litany of ailments this season and has not played since July 15th, which explains why I and a lot of people have not found myself gravitating to the product. I'll speak for myself here and for nobody else because everybody has their own opinions of the quality of the WNBA or their interests. And I don't know, some people out there pretend like they like it because they think it's good for their Q rating. I was never a WNBA fan. Caitlin Clark came into the league. I found her fascinating, so much fun to watch. She was different in the way that she played the game. And it made me pay attention to WNBA basketball a year ago. And then I started to appreciate other players. I wasn't watching the league for those players, but I definitely paid more attention last year. And that started to happen again for me this year. She is what brings me to the TV for WNBA, and then I find myself liking the product. But without Caitlin Clark, I find myself not gravitating to the TV when the WNBA is on. That's where I am at with this. And it backs up this point that I've seen shared out there. This is from Jack Maloney of CBSSports.com. No single player in North American sports is more important to their respective league than Caitlin Clark is to the WNBA.
No question. No question. She is to the WNBA what Tiger Woods used to be for golf. That is what she is. When she's playing, everybody's not watching, but a lot of people. If you're home on a Sunday and you're like most of us do on Sundays, if we're home watching TV, non-football season, and you're flipping through the channels, if Caitlin Clark's on, you're going to stop and watch. If she's not, you're not going to stop and watch. And that is, and there's also this Caitlin Clark, and to a lesser extent, Angel Reese, because of the rivalry between the two, that created a rivalry and a rhetoric that transcended sports and got political. It got racial. It was on Fox News and all these news networks, and that, say what you will about it, it created interest.
I think for some people that created interest, again, we'll just speak for myself and nobody else. I love the feeling of a big sporting event. And when she plays, it feels like a big sporting event, even just a regular season game. The place is sold out.
Right.
The arena is buzzing. You turn on a WNBA game on Ion TV, which is or the CW, wherever they air these games, for just a regular run-of-the-mill game between the Sun and the Mystics. It's dead in the arena.
Right.
And I just don't get juiced up about that. So she brings me to the product, and then I enjoy the product when I watch it. I despise when people slam the WNBA that these girls can't play. You're not watching it.
Right.
They're phenomenal. But she definitely brings a flair of. She brings a certain pizzazz to the way that she plays. It's very like for my time. She's just taking care of it.
She's Steph Curry. She's Steph Curry. Yeah, she's Steph Curry. She hits the logo threes. She's intense. She plays with some pizzazz.
Yeah,
as you said. So yeah, she's and the WNBA football season starting. So again, that takes a lot of these attention away from every sport. NASCAR, all these other U.S. Open. Have we even talked about the U.S. Open?
Not once. It's happening. It's right behind your head right now.
So
Djokovic against Alcaraz.
Yeah, and it certainly does. Caitlin Clark's gone now, and Angel Reese's team, Chicago, they're terrible. What are they, like 10-30 or something? She had to apologize to her teammates.
I don't even know.
No, she apologized to her teammates recently because she said, "Listen, we need to go get better players. I'm not going to play with this." She essentially said, "I'm not going to play with this garbage that you guys have given me."
Angel Reese is a little full of herself.
Right.
Last point on this that I think is interesting as far as the TV ratings go. Without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA ratings are down 55%, which sounds drastically bad. They are still significantly better than they were pre-Caitlin Clark, before she was drafted. They would typically average like 400,000 viewers.
Yeah, she brought people in, and they've continued to watch.
A lot of people have stayed, so it's a little overstated that nobody's watching anymore without her, but definitely a lot less people.
It's still a lot.
A lot less.
It's still a lot more than it was before.
Right.
If you judge now the numbers now versus the numbers pre-Caitlin Clark, they would be up. Coming up next, another edition of Mic'd Up as we get you ready for a football weekend right here on Game On.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
We are so spoiled to have International Diamond Center here in Orlando. This is Florida's premier diamond destination. They're a direct importer. What does that mean? It means there's no middleman, just incredible prices on sparkling, beautiful, natural diamonds of every shape and size, handpicked from the world's elite diamond cutters. And IDC doesn't stop there. You'll find the biggest selection of bridal rings anywhere in the state. All the iconic designer names, plus thousands of exclusive handcrafted American-made settings. IDC even offers custom designs, so your ring is one of a kind, not like your friends. And for watch lovers, IDC is your source for pre-owned luxury Rolexes. I want one of these. They are meticulously curated models like the Submariner, the Sky Dweller, and Batman, all in pristine condition. IDC's family-owned, Florida-grown, never a corporate chain. This is the Jeweler Orlando Trust. Get details now at shopidc.com.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com. Dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today, call Trey.
Mount Dora is where the ultimate barbecue collides with bacon, beer, and smooth bourbon at the Pitmasters and Pourers event. Join us on September 13th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Elizabeth Evans Park. Enjoy great food along with live music by Naomi, the .coms, and performance by Savannah Savino, interactive entertainment, college football viewing, and more. Sponsored by Discover Lake County, Yingling, and Clinical Research of Lake County. Tickets $17 in advance and $23 at the gate. Special pass tickets available. mastersandpours.com.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? Right now, during the Renewal by Anderson's Big BOGO event, buy one, get one 40% off, plus zero money down, 0% interest for 8 months. The Renewal by Anderson, our acclaimed impact replacement windows, are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save money on your energy bills, paint, or temperatures year-round. Offer expires September 30th. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. License number CGC 1527613.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. No, you see, you get $150 in bonus bets after your first $5 bet hits.
Did somebody say hit?
Whoa, Ray Lewis? We were just saying if your bet hits.
You know I love a good form tackle.
We know, Ray. We know.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get 150 bonus bets if you win. Payable and bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to waiver. Terms and conditions apply.
You have
888-ADMIT-IT. Just because an injury doesn't
You
show
have
up on
Napier, right?
doesn't mean it isn't real.
What was
know
the other local clip you had? You had
sprains, strains, and tears. They can help us prove your pain is real and fight for your future medical needs. Farrah and Farrah.
Orlando.
Tired of cookie cutter barbershops and sterile salons? Yeah, me too. At Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys, they believe today's man deserves more than just a hair. Premium grooming service space that's actually built. Pedicure fumes, no taking over chaos, just expert care, craft cocktails, watch all the games, and personalized headphones in an atmosphere where you can actually unwind. Men's grooming, they don't cut corners. They redefine the whole experience. Hammer and Nails, come as you are, leave as you want to be.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years, the highest quality factory direct impact windows available. Most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 201 and you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Wait, text WOW to 20129.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's a good boy?
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups.
Then there was Dak Prescott on getting spit on.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
My name is Dustin. I'm the head designer for Cody James, and this is Behind the Design with Boot Barn. The Cody James boots are made in Leon, which is known as the cowboy boot capital of the world because of their long history of making handcrafted cowboy boots. As far back as the 1700s, they've been making quality boots. So those craftsmen, artisans are literally passing down those skills from generation to generation. Cody James, only at Boot Barn and at CodyJames.com.
Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. So we're helping you with deals on top brands like Scott's, and Trex decking. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
UCF will start Taven Jackson at quarterback tomorrow against North Carolina A&T, while Cam Fancher sits out. He's got a back injury. Week 2 of the college football season also includes number 15 Florida hosting USF and 19th ranked Florida State entertaining East Texas A&M. And NCAA officials are recommending one transfer portal window for football in January, eliminating a controversial period after spring practices. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Howley. Here's what's trending. iHeart Sports Network.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence in an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on Real Radio 104.1 and free iHeartRadio app sponsored by First Horizon Bank.
Orlando's pro volleyball team is hotter than hot. Coming off the championship season, the Orlando Valkyries aren't just ready to take on their league once again, but another league as well. A groundbreaking deal has allowed 2 leagues to merge into one, Major League Volleyball. The Valkyries are using a 4-match flex plan, the perfect plan if you can't make every game. Opening night is included. Any additional free games of your choice, it layers in flexibility and savings compared to single game tickets, and the plans start.
Billy Napier clip about.
If you purchase a season ticket or a 4-match flex plan before September 19th, you'll receive an exclusive invite to the team's kickoff party with Orlando Valkyries players, coaches, and it's a great chance to celebrate the season and connect with the team. And because I'm feeling nice, how about we give away some tickets right now? Text the word 4-pack, all lowercase and one word, to 833-854-5809 to enter for a chance to win a 4-match flex plan towards the upcoming season. Good luck and go Valkyries.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. If you want to look good and feel good while improving your energy level, your sex drive, I can tell you personally that Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness will make you feel like a younger version of yourself. Check them out, hormonesandwellness.com. It is time for Mic'd Up. Let's start with the only semi-big college football game in the state of Florida this weekend. USF traveling up to Gainesville to take on the Gators. The Bulldog will be in the swamp for that one tomorrow. Well, last week we all know what USF did. They pulverized number 25 ranked Boise State, beat them like a drum. Here's USF coach Alex Golish talking to his team in the post-game locker room.
Don't take anything for granted. I'm gonna quote one of the greatest human beings I've ever been around. The greatest coaches I've been around, one of the greatest men I've ever been around. We were only around him for about a year and a half. Coach Beer said, "This ain't the same old South Florida." Yeah.
He said, "This ain't the same old South Florida."
Yeah, but who was the coach?
I have no idea.
Huh?
I have no idea,
Huh?
but he got his team so fired up with that.
This
He
ain't
is
the same old South Florida.
He is such a good coach. I am a believer in Alex Golish. He's gonna have a big time job one day, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if USF went into Gainesville and won this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he rallies the troops
18
really well.
and a half point under. Ooh, okay. I think I know where you're going when we make our picks. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what I like to do as a coach. Obviously, he coached with Josh Heupel at UCF and Tennessee. So yeah, I think he's a really good coach. Obviously, they have a really good quarterback. I don't know if they're going to go into the swamp and win, but wow, it's going to be fun to watch tomorrow. Speaking of the swamp, here's Billy Napier talking about USF and Byron Brown, their quarterback.
Look, we play on FCS team, and then it's, Katie bar the doors,
let's get ready to go. Starting with this group, this is a tough opponent that we play this week. Playing with a lot of confidence and got a lot of veteran players and a quarterback that can be a problem for you.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Brown's not a great passer, but if he gets going with his legs, he's good enough with his arm. But if they make him throw, then the Gators are going to blow him out. I can see this game going in many different directions. I don't count out Alex Golish teams in big games. I think he has a way of getting the most out of these guys. And this is obviously a talented group. Boise State is not a pushover program.
If what you said earlier actually happens, if they do though, and then you said you wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't.
I would not. I'm not going to show up on Monday and go, I can't believe they lost to USF. You want to hear that?
I would feel that way. But if they were to upset Florida, I'm telling you right now, remember the negativity after game 1 last year when Billy Napier lost to Miami? Remember the negativity, and then they come back and lose to Texas A&M? If they lose to USF at home on Saturday, he just said Katie bar the door. It's Katie bar the door again because it's right back to the negativity of last year.
Part of the reason people are so upset about the Miami game is that Miami outclassed them from the opening kickoff. They were dominant. It wasn't that they lost. It was the way they lost. And now with USF
is not in their weight class.
So you could lose by a field goal. Maybe the reaction is the same as getting blown out by Miami a year ago, but I got to see the way the game plays out first.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Scott Frost announcing who his starting quarterback would be with Danny Cannell on Sirius XM Radio the other day.
Cam's gonna be out this week. He just kind of landed on his back funny and has some back issues that I think are going to go away fairly soon. But we're going to win the game with Taven and JB, and that's fine. Taven did a great job coming in and replacing him last week, and he's getting another shot this week.
Taven and JB. Nobody's even talking about JB. Ja'Curry Brown.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody's talking about him. Nobody's going to struggle in this game. I was going to say if Taven Jackson struggles in this game, but nobody's going to struggle against North Carolina A&T. So yeah, Taven Jackson will go into North Carolina as a starter.
You know, sometimes when I just want to feel good about myself, I'll turn on Madden or NCAA, the video game, and I'll put the setting on easy, and I'll even play pump the opponent, and I'll just score 70 points, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And everyone that I play with looks amazing. That is playing North Carolina A&T. Whoever he throws out there, UCF fans are going to go, that's our guy, because they're going to look amazing. So it's whatever he does. Whatever he does this weekend that's going to look like the right.
All right, I'm going to be devil's advocate here again. Just like I said, Billy Napier better not lose. UCF better look good. If they go out on the field and they're look like a bunch of rum bums out there and just eke out a victory against North Carolina A&T, that's not a good sign. They better go out there and blow them out and look good and look sharp.
Yeah. The baseline of all of my opinions come from the initial point spread. They won't even put a number on this game. That's a sign of we don't know how bad A&T actually is. It's not like UCF is Georgia, and they won't even put a number on this game. They will eventually because they do it for everything. But UCF might be favored by 50 in this game.
Right. All right, last one real quick. Let's go to Dak Prescott. No, let's go to Tua talking about his relationship with Tyreek Hill.
I would say it's good. I think for what it was earlier in the summer was just that. And I think people might have blown it out of proportion to where now, I mean, we've worked on it. And I think that conversation is dead now. I think once people see Tyreek score on Sunday, everyone will forget about that. So we're in a good spot, and we've been in a good spot for some time as well. So I'm really happy with that and pleased with that. And I'm very pleased with how our guys are operating now in all rooms, tight ends, running backs, receivers, O-line, all of that. So I'm very happy.
Did we blow that out of proportion? Because it was Tua who said he has a lot to prove to his teammates. I mean, Tua is the one who sort of got that whole thing going with that post, Tyreek.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think probably we blow a lot of things out of proportion. It's kind of our job.
Yeah, but why wouldn't we blow it out of proportion when Tua came out and said, listen, just because Tyreek says he's going to be a better teammate, he needs to go out there and show us.
Okay, I would use this analogy. It's like, let's say you get a beer with a friend once every month, and you're out for that one outing, and your buddy tells you, got in a big fight with my wife, and we're not getting along right now, and then you guys don't talk until the next time you hang out. You're thinking they've been fighting this whole time. Then when you sit at the bar, this guy's going to tell you about the latest update. What you don't see is the day-to-day improvement within a relationship. So the last thing we heard was Tua saying, well, this needs to get better, and then we haven't heard anything since but us talking about that one quote, and we haven't seen the relationship evolve over time. So maybe it is better now.
Yeah. Maybe.
That analogy, I think that analogy hit pretty. I think that worked. Yeah, I got a thumbs up from Jaden.
Okay.
Okay. That's a very passive aggressive okay.
Yeah. All right.
Next,
I thought you were going to go, and then he said he was getting in a fight. Your buddy got in a fight with his wife, and then you called the wife to try to take her out or something. Yeah.
Oh, the wife's on the trade block? This is a fantasy football, Mike. Coming up next, text and talk bags. It's a free-for-all Friday. Ask us anything you want.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let's talk about Mills Air, my go-to resource for all of my AC needs, whether it's routine maintenance, fast repairs, or if you're dealing with a downright emergency. Mills Air is going to be there for you and all of your timely needs. Mills Air is also a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, which means they offer rebates of $1,275 for a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always rely on the family-owned and operated Mills Air. Don't wait until you absolutely need it. They'll be there for you if you do. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, and online at millsair.com.
Orlando, are you ready to rock it? My favorite beach getaway, Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach, is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find